let's go ahead and get into it and start to relax those shoulders. All right, we're gonna start in tabletop hover, okay? And we're gonna go into just a shoulder roll, up and down. All right, really trying to depress our torso into our shoulders, so get those shoulder blades to touch, and then roll your body up forward, cat pose around, and then repeat. We're gonna be here for 40 seconds, and then we'll rotate the opposite direction for the next set. All right, we're gonna be going through 10 exercises today, this being the first. We're gonna get through 2 rounds of each, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, we're still going here. We got 8 seconds. I'll give you a moment to stretch that out. 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. Let's get under overs with the arms. Just a little love tap. We got 10 seconds, and then we'll go the opposite direction. So I was shrugging up and over. Now I'm gonna go over and up. 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm gonna come forward. All right. And remember, you're here for you. If you need to move slower through that range of motion, move slower. I go backwards because it's easier for me. Sometimes I can't feel like I got it. These overs, doing pretty good here. Good job. We're more than halfway. Make sure you're pinching those shoulder blades with each rotation all the way around. Warming up those arms. Good. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 20 seconds. We're back on those heels again. Under, over, under, over. We're going to be holding tabletop hover next, okay? So we'll just be holding that move where we were first for our second exercise in 3, 2, and here we go. Hands are underneath the shoulders, toes are digged into the ground, knees are up off the ground. Making sure the knees are right underneath the hips. All right. Core is engaged. You're pushing up through your shoulders the whole time. Remember, we have 10 exercises here. We're going to do them 2 rounds apiece, and then we'll move on. Really start to push in through those fingertips. Start to engage the fingers. Make sure that they're doing some work. We're going to be on our hands for a little bit of time. I don't want your wrists to start hurting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Here we go. So you can take our under over again for 20 seconds, or if you want to stretch out your wrists, you can stretch them out right here. All right. 8 seconds. Just need to see. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're back in the same position. Tabletop hover, and we're up. We're pushing up nice and strong. Strong core. Belly is tight. Thinking about somebody coming up. Oh, put you in the stomach. You want that core nice and strong, nice and tight. Pushing through those fingertips. This is where it gets challenging. Good little burn. Just breathe. We're more than halfway done. We move on after this. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. Let me give you guys a reminder. If you haven't started your watch, now is the time to start it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're moving on. I need to stretch out my wrist a little bit, so I'm going to come here. All right. We're going to be back in our wrists again for 3rd round. We're going to go tabletop to plank. All right, so it's basically we're moving those feet out to plank, back into tabletop. Here we go. Right, left, in with the left, in with the right. Back with the left, back with the right, in with the right, in with the left. We're alternating each time. Make sure that those knees get all the way back under your hips. Good. It's supposed to burn. Push up through the shoulders. We got 12 seconds left. Trying to make those arms nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good deal. Another good one is putting those palms up on the floor and just leaning back, stretching out those wrists. 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Tabletop hover to plank. Back in, go again. You have to make sure that those fingers are turned on. That's why you're gonna feel it in your wrist if you're not pushing with those fingers. In and out. If you need to break, that's okay, but we're still in it. We're more than halfway done. Here, 15 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Hello, shoulders. Let's find ourselves in a kneeling prayer position right here. A little meditation pose right here, right quick. Just let those arms fall down to the side. You can have your hands underneath here, but if you'd like, or they can be on the floor. We're going to get back into our shoulders in just a moment, but I want you to take one big deep breath in, stay on down, let it out. One more big deep breath in, and let it out. We're going to come back up. All right, we have 2 options here on this next one. We're going plank, pike, push up. All right, 40 seconds is on the clock. We're going to go down into the plank, elbow plank, and then back up into a push up. Your push up can be on your toes, or your push up can be from your knees. If your push ups from your knees, you're modifying the lower as well, the march. You can modify that as well. But each time you come up to your hands, you have a push and then back down. Time has already started, so you go ahead and go. If you can stay up on those toes, stay up on them. Finish out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Oh, I saved y'all there. I started the clock when I started explaining, because that's a good one. We got 10 seconds. We'll go second round, and then we'll finish up the last exercise that we have in our shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Marching plank up into push-up. Make sure that your head stays up, your gaze stays up in your push-up, core stays tight as you go down. Halfway. Oh. Let's get it. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whoo, sheesh. I had a moment there. All right. Last upper body exercise that we have, mountain climbers. They are slower. All right, we got one leg coming in, one leg coming out, and then alternate. Here we go. Knee comes in, knee goes out. Knee comes in, knee goes out. Good. For my people that might be having trouble in those wrists, come down to the elbows. That's A-okay. Bring the knee in, pull it out. Bring it in, pull it out. You need to find yourself elevated. You can totally elevate yourself on a platform, in, out, whatever works for you, okay? These are all your modifications. And rest, and we only have one more set. The sweat is coming. Yes, indeed. Sun is shining, sweat's coming. One more round here. And we'll find ourselves in for our hips. Set, and let's go. Bring that knee in, pull it out. Each time that you turn that hip out, make sure that knee is high and above the elbow. High and above the elbow. Good. Halfway. Don't forget to breathe. Push it out, guys. We got 10 seconds. It's supposed to burn. Come on, push it out. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Take a moment, grab water if you need it. Perfect time to check that heart rate, see where it's at. Today is a good strength endurance, mobility. Be nice to be in a fat burning zone. It's about 60 to 75% of your heart rate max. So for the average 35, 40-year-old, that would be around anywhere between 120 and 135 beats per minute. That's what we're looking at. Give or take some time. All right, so we're gonna go into some hip mobility. All right, so we're gonna find ourselves in this 90-90 position for a few rounds. All right, and the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna take a stretch up and over. I'm gonna stay at this angle so you guys can see once I start to move. But we have our angles here. Our entire body is making sharp 90-degree angles. That's the goal, all right? From here, we're going to walk over that front leg. You might not be able to get down this far. You might be able to get all the way down. That's perfect, all right? We'll go ahead and come on down, and we're gonna take that back leg up, all right? Up off the ground, set it back down, and then we're gonna push up out of that forward fold. And then we're gonna walk it down again or slide it down, do it again, and walk it back up. To the point to where you can, if you're able to, come on down with those hands behind you, forward fold, and that foot come up and back down. If we can take this is that full progression into this mobility strength exercise for the hip. All right, we got 40 seconds, play around with it. Let's go, time is up. Remember, you can walk it down and then lift it up. Okay, you can slide it down and then lift it up. Or you can have those hands behind you, fall forward, fold down, lift up, come on back. Wherever you are, I challenge you, make this a little bit difficult, all right? Good mobility, good strength here. We have 80 seconds left. Excuse me, 8 seconds. 3, 2, and let's rest on this side. We're gonna go ahead and flip. All right, just get used to doing this because we're about to get into a movement like that. We'll go ahead and flip. In 10 seconds, we'll finish this opposite side. All right. Go ahead, I challenge you to take that forward fold however need be. Go ahead and get going. Our 40 seconds have started. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Remember, if you need to walk it down, perfectly okay. We're really trying to get that back leg up, that internal hip rotation on that back side there. Good. 10 seconds. Really trying to lift up with that hip. 3, 2, and rest. Good. 2 rounds there. We're going to go ahead and get into some 90-90 alternating hip forward folds, but we're going to add an overhead reach too. Okay, I have a little block next to me. You don't necessarily need anything at all. I do like using the block because it helps me make sure that my arms are at least rising evenly, well, as much as possible, rather than me not having anything in my hand at all. So it helps me move there. But we're gonna go ahead and you can either slide it out, hover it out, overhead extension, back in. Then we're gonna flip. Slide it out, overhead extension, excuse me, plant. Slide it back in and flip, all right? We're gonna go ahead and get going. We got 2 rounds, 40 seconds of this. Here we go. Slide it out, overhead extension, come on back, flip, the other side, out, overhead extension, flip back. All right, if you're finding that that might be too much of a challenge, we have one here. Put that block down, slide it out, overhead extension here, okay? If you got a little bit more, slide it out, overhead extension. Meet yourself right where your body is, okay? You don't always have to be at the professional standard right out the gate. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Trying out new moves here today. One more round here. You should really feel those hips starting to turn on a bit. All right, we got 8 seconds and we're gonna go. Remember to keep yourself at that 90 position. 2, 1, extend it out, overhead extension, pull it back in, flip, go to the opposite side. Good. Should really feel that glute muscle on that involved leg and that front side, really firing on to keep you up, keep you balanced as you do this movement. We're halfway through here. Remember, take it as low as your body will allow you. If you can get all the way down and then overhead reach, I challenge you to do that. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. And yes, it's totally okay that you're sliding all the way up the side of the floor. All right, no worries there. Okay, so now we're gonna get into some squats with some internal hip rotation. So we're gonna do a goblet squat into a kneeling lunge, basically, or split squat. So we're gonna come down into this goblet squat. We're gonna come internal rotation, kneeling lunge, back up, internal rotation, kneeling lunge, and then reset. I'm gonna get my mat out of the way so I can do this without it sliding underneath me. I advise you to do the same so you have a little bit more fluidity in this. All right, so here we go, 40 seconds down. Swivel, back to center, swivel, and back up. Good. If you can't find yourself down that far, we have here, swivel to the right, back middle, swivel to the left, back middle, stand up. All right, time is going. Meet yourself right where you're at. Remember angles. All right, don't get too wide, but don't get too narrow on your goblet squat. Those feet should be to the outside of the shoulders. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Oh, that was a good one. Hello, hips. We'll go this one more round. 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Squat it down, turn it in, open it up, turn it in, open it up, and stand it up. There we go. The whole time you're keeping your core tight too. The chest should stay up here. You shouldn't feel yourself down in this lunge position. Everything's strong and tight. Come on. 20 seconds left. 10. 3, 2, finish out your rep. Finish it out. Bam. Good deal. Perfect. We're moving on. Roll that mat out, but we're down to the last 2 exercises we have for today. All right. We are back in our arms. Okay, we warmed up those hips, we warmed up those arms. We're gonna start to let the body move together. All right, grab water if you need it. The last 2 exercises we have are pike push-up to tabletop hover. This is the first one, and that's the one we're gonna concentrate on right now. So, We'll start in that hover, the tabletop position. Toes are down, knees are in line with the hips, hands are in line with the shoulders. We're going to push back into our pike position here. And from here, we're going to drop down and then push back up for a piked push-up. Meet ourselves back in hover, or if you need to reset, you can drop those knees down. Back in, pike, push-up. All right, so here we are for 40 seconds. See that? And let's go. Time is going. If we need a little bit of a modification here, you don't have that shoulder stability just yet, you'll push back into child's pose, come down, piked, push up, return to tabletop. And on tabletop, you can hover. Back to child's pose, piked, push up, tabletop. Child's pose, pike, push up, tabletop. If you got the whole sequence down, pike, push up, back to hover, pike, push up, good, back to hover. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got one more round of that. Remember, if you're needing that shoulder stability, to be less compromised, I would definitely do that child pose modification where you're just sending those hips back and then coming forward with your head. All right, 3, 2, and here we go. Finish out. This is the last time we have these. Whoop, whoop. Good. Make sure everything is in one line. Open those hands out. Those elbows should be going at an angle, okay? What you shouldn't feel is your elbows coming way wide like this. This is not shoulder stability. Make sure they're locked in. You're going about 45 degrees. 45-degree angle. 15 seconds. For my ones that are progressing, I really want that crown of that head to be able to touch the floor if possible. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nicely done. Last one we have, loaded beast to world's greatest. All right? If you need, you can find yourself here with your slaps, under over, totally okay. Loaded beast coming up. We're here in a broken tabletop, so those hips are a little slightly forward of those knees. We're gonna push back, load the beast, step forward with the right, open up to world's greatest. If you need that deep stretch in the hip flexor, you can always drop the knee to drop the hips, okay? Come back to loaded beast, switch to the opposite side, open up. Back to loaded beast, here we go, time is going. Open up. Load the beast, switch sides. Really get a push back, really get a stretch in that upper back when you're loading that beast. You're really trying to push all the way through those shoulders. Stabilize those shoulders. Make those muscles work in the middle of that back. We got 10 seconds left here. Good. 3, 2, and rest. Good deal. One more round. Whew. Yes. Yes, indeed. 10 seconds. We'll get moving. And then we're back on our day-to-day. This was a quick workout today. Set, let's go. Quick meaning that it was a little shorter than the 30 minutes. Not like 30 minutes is long, but it's enough time, that's for sure, to get moving. Finish out, really driving those hips to the floor, really pushing back in that loaded beast, trying to make sure that those knees stay up off the floor for the loaded beast. Okay, just a tad bit different than that child's pose. We're almost there, guys. We got 10 seconds left. Push back. Open up. 3, 2, and done. Oh, yes indeed. Yes indeed. 26 minutes on the clock. Did that. Good job, guys. Total body MobiStre session in the books. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for signing on.